Might put a bit much on there. How the bloody hell are you supposed to do it both sides? Oh my god. It's a good job it sticks to tropic, otherwise it wouldn't stick. Oh, this. Oh. I told you this a bit. Now, I have got one more to put here, but I don't want to mix anything just for that. So after I've got that in, the next job is to put these entry arse bricks in. Now, what I'm supposed to do is do a dry run first. So I'll get all the bricks from down there and I'll put them on, see what sort of spacing I need in between each one to make it uniform. And then when I've got all them in and mortared in, I'll just use the rest of the mortar to put that one in, because it doesn't actually butt up against it, so I'm not concerned about that at the minute. So that's the next job, which I'll get on with now. Right, well, I put all 8 up to start with, got my gaps, my spacings correctly. I've taken 4 off, but I've left these 4 on because I want to lay these with the mortar and get an idea from here what the gap should be. This is the bit that terrifies me, not as much as the front bit, because the front bit, these arches that will go at the front are the ones that you'll see, and like these that I did yesterday that I spent 6 hours on, they terrified me the most. So these, although yes I want it to look right, it's not massively important, so I'm going to give it a go. So we've got the first one, which is going to go there, and I need, it's not a great gap. It's obviously more at the top than it is at the bottom. So I'm just estimating how much mortar I need to put on there. Right, I think I've got a good idea. We may fixotropic mortar. Fixotropic. I've got 4 in. I think they look alright. I'm quite pleased with that. There's a same spacing at both front and back. So I think I'm going to go with that. I'm alright with that. It's nerve-wracking, is this? I've got 7 in and they don't look bad. I think it's relatively even. Again, this is not going to be on show, but it's just nice to get things right. Fixotropic mix that goes stiff if you leave it and you don't add more water. Just give it a bit of a mix. And it's right as rain. Is it going to fit though? Yes. I put far too much on. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Give it a clean now. So, I have just this morning taken the wooden form out from underneath the entry arch, and it's still standing. Thankfully, but I didn't think it'd fall down, because this stuff that you use, this mortar you use, it is absolutely rock solid. And I've just finished off this row, so now I'm on row, I think it's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm starting to fight a bit of gravity now. So I'm trying to mix my mortar quite thick, so it sticks without falling in. But I think I'm going to have to start using wooden stakes to stop them falling in. I've also yesterday, or the day before yesterday, been down to a local stone merchants and ordered myself a big piece of granite that will go along the front, which will give me a landing area. Polished granite I'm getting. So that I think they come and measure up on the 18th of November, and then they'll fit it a couple of days later. And I've also got some tiles, so I'm going to granite the front and the side of the arch, and then at the back here I'll tile it. So I need to get on with that before I put the render and the fire blanket on the outside, because that wraps over the tiles and the granite. So it's coming on. I'm about to start row 7. So, I've done row 8. I think it's taken me, I don't know, about a week on and off. I thought it was going to get harder the higher I got. So I was fighting gravity, and on one day it was quite difficult. But after that, I've seemed to have done all right. I think I mixed my thixotropic mixture a bit thicker, which has definitely helped. But this is where we are. So, as you can see, I've got right up to row 8, and that's the last row where you use the trammel tool. That's the trammel tool. That's the thing, you put your brick in and it guides you all the way around. So I've got a decent sphere. So I'm really pleased. I'll just show you a quick picture of inside. What's next is this little contraption, a piece of fiberglass. Now what I do with that is I put that inside the oven on a jack, and then I jack it up so it's up inside that gap, and then you can just lay your bricks on top of that without having to use the trammel tool. Now you can continue to use the trammel tool, but it's a lot more time consuming. With the fiberglass, you're able to obviously just put it inside here, so it's stuck up there, and then you just put all your bricks on top. It does mean that you can't see the mortar inside, so you have to leave it at least 12 hours before you can get in and clean it all up. I've got a bit of cleaning to do around here, but I am really pleased so far. It's it's come out really well. It's come out really well. I'm really pleased.